Welcome back. I thought I'd fix myself a cup of coffee today, and since I was doing that, I thought why not talk about my coffee maker here. So I'm going to make a cup of coffee using the Hario Syphon coffee maker. This is made in Japan. It's a pretty cool coffee maker. Looks like a chemistry set. And I've got a little sterno underneath, which I'm going to use to boil my water. Hario TCA3, that's the name of this coffee maker. So the first thing we need to do is get our water boiling. No, I've already pre-boiled some of my water, and that way we won't spend so much time waiting for it to actually boil in this system. Now you look on here, that's where the 3 cups are. I'll see if I can adjust the focus for you there. This coffee maker reminds me of going back to chemistry in high school. Okay, we're gonna wait for that to boil, and meanwhile I'm gonna grind my coffee. Let's talk a little bit about our grinder. Now you can use the traditional grinders that they made in the 70s and 80s and 90s. I call those spice grinders because they grind too fast and you wind up burning your coffee, and ultimately your end product is just going to be something that's non-par. If you use a Burr grinder like the one that I have here, and I'm not saying you need to buy this one, but this one is made by Bodum. It's got a container here which you can use to store a half a bag of coffee beans. It's got a borosilicate glass container, which is a lot stronger. It's the same stuff they use in chemistry equipment. It's a lot stronger than regular glass, so it's not going to break on you. And it's got a number of settings for your percolator, siphon coffee maker, or your espresso maker. And I'm just going to turn it to the siphon coffee maker option. We're going to grind for, let's see, 10 seconds worth of beans. Turn it on and grind. And that's it. So I've got enough here for maybe 2 cups of coffee, but I like my coffee nice and strong. So that's how much I'm going to use. Okay, the next thing we do is we pour our coffee into here. Our water should be coming up to boiling pretty soon. And what we want to do is put it at an angle. You don't want it to fully seal up just yet until the water has actually started to boil. So we're just going to place that in there. And you notice that there's a chain here. This chain is very important. It prevents your glass from cracking due to all the heat and pressure. So make sure you have that chain fully extended with the hook down at the bottom here. As you can see, the water has started to boil, so I'm going to go ahead and place the top portion on. In just a small moment, you're going to see the water rise. There it is. So what's happening is the pressure is being built up at the bottom and it's forcing all the water out, and there'll be a little bit left, which is necessary in order to prevent the glass from exploding. Now we can infuse our coffee. So we just stir it for, I do it for a minute. You can do it for longer if you want your coffee stronger. But don't go beyond 2 minutes, otherwise your coffee will become bitter, and nobody wants bitter coffee. One thing to note is that at the top here, there is no heat coming from the fire. So you're just infusing your water with your coffee right now, and there's not much heat being applied to the coffee, so you don't have to worry about it burning. So that's about a minute. Now how we stop it from cooking is by removing the flame. So I'll go ahead and do that. And soon you're gonna see the coffee start flowing back down. And there it is. I feel that using a Syphon coffee maker eliminates the possibility of having coffee that's overly brewed. You're not going to get a lot of bitterness in it, and therefore you can actually control the flavor of the coffee to some extent. Plus it's a pretty cool machine to have. The downfall is that there's a little bit of work involved in cleaning the filter, which is located right there. But other than that, it's a great machine. When your coffee has dripped down to the bottom here, you just take off the top here, and it comes with a fancy stand. Well, not really that fancy. It's a plastic stand, mind you. So you'll let that cool down, and afterwards dispose of your coffee grinds in whichever way you want, and meanwhile enjoy your coffee. If you have any questions, feel free to hit me up, and here's to a good brew. Enjoy your day.